Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miranda. If you are new here, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and just, let me know some things in the comment section. Also, if you've seen one of my previous videos, then go ahead and also do the same thing. Like, comment, and subscribe. Come over and join me. But anyways, today I'm going to be doing a video where I'm going to feature some different products. I've done my eyes and I've done a whole bunch of other little things, and I'm showing you some stuff from Profusion. I've done some high-end and some very much affordable drugstore type of stuff. So get to watching. I will see you soon. So we're gonna start off with primer. I like to prime my skin just because I kind of have like some dark spots here and there, so I like to prime a little bit. So the primer of choice today is the Milani Prime Perfection, and we're gonna try this out. This is like the first time I've ever tried it, so hopefully it'll work out. I'll also be kind of looking in this area right here. It's just so I can see myself a little bit, so I know what I'm doing. But I should be able to do my primer without looking, hopefully. So I got a lot of stuff from Profusion recently. I had noticed on their Instagram that they had got their brush set done. So I was curious as to what that was gonna be like. Right off the bat, I can say, I really wish that they had gotten a case for them, because this is kind of like, I can see it being like good for, I'm only buying this brush, but in terms of like a kit, I would prefer it had come in like some sort of like case or something, just because this is literally how it comes in the mail, and it's kind of annoying. But just like, I'd have been like, oh, okay, this is cool for just, I'm buying it singularly, but to buy it as like a bundle or a set, I just don't think that this is like, it's just not cute to me. So it's their first set. So I'm hoping that they come out with some sort of case, because it's very loud and like the plastic is just like, I just don't like it. So I like to start my brows first. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna be using the Profusion Good Brow Day. It's the ultra fine brow pencil and the tinted brow gel. I got it in the shade dark brown. I think there was black, but I do not like my eyebrows to be black. So I decided to go with that, and we're just gonna see what happens. So off the bat, the brow pencil itself comes with this little brushy thing, which I really like. I like when they come with that because I can brush my brows up. And then it comes with this area here, which is the actual pencil there. So seems like you get a good bit of product. Just looking at it now, I'm like, oh boy, this looks like it's ashy. So I'm kind of mad, but we'll work with it and see what happens. So like I said, I'm gonna be looking over here because it's my camera, or my mirror is. I have pretty full brows, so I feel like I should be okay with this, but we'll see. Oh, it just kind of broke off. Ew. And I'm not pressing too much into them, so we're gonna see what happens. I kind of just do stroke after stroke after stroke. And then I'm gonna do the next one off camera. So after I get done applying the product into my eyebrows, I just kind of like to just brush it in a little bit and just kind of pull it down. Honestly, this is a product I would skip out on just because I already have something I love for my brows. So I felt like this product was, it just didn't do it for me. Like, I felt like while applying it, it felt like it was kind of like scratching my skin a little bit, which I didn't really like. So personally, I would skip out on this. The next part of the kit is the tinted brow gel, which I'm hoping does a splendid, but we'll see. So it's this little applicator, I almost said applicator, but applicator, which is really cute. I'm gonna try it real quick. So the Good Day Brow, I actually am interested to see what it would be like if I hadn't used the pencil on it. So I'll probably try this by itself, but for right now, it looks really nice from what I can see in the mirror. So to carve out my eyebrows, to kind of snatch them up a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Profusion Flat Shader Shadow Eyeshadow Brush in the number ES5. And this is what it looks like. You'll notice it's like really flat, which I really think is really nice for when you're carving out your brows. The one thing I can say about the brushes is they feel pretty decent. Like, it doesn't feel like they were cheaply made. It feels like they have put some time and energy into them. So I just, like I said, I wish that they had just taken a little bit more time and put them into like a case, especially for the ones of us who did buy the whole packet. That way we'd have had it like good and travel ready. I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place concealer, and the number I'm going to use is number 13. So right now I didn't blend it out yet, but I'm going to blend it out while I am looking at the other side, but hopefully you can see me. And I'm kind of covering you, sorry. So I'm gonna do the other brow off camera. Okay, so I do kind of look crazy right now, but it's part of the process. So for eyeshadow primer, I'm gonna go ahead and try the No Budge Eyeshadow Primer by Profusion again. So let's see what happens. Looks like it's in the shade Nude, which a lot of eyeshadow bases are in that nude color. So let us see. It kind of has that like silicone-y feel. I wouldn't even say silicone. It feels like e.l.f.'s eyeshadow primer feels when you put it on your lid, but it also has like it's not like sticky. It's kind of just like you move it and it feels like it could still move. So I'm gonna see how well it does with eyeshadow today. So like a long time ago, like middle of February maybe, I had bought the Natasha Denona palette. It's the Love one. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna film a tutorial, and here we are. Anyways, I would have to say I really appreciate Beautylish and how they even package the product. You'll see it comes like this, and when you open it, they give you this little cute little card. Isn't that cute? But it says, "Hi Miranda, welcome to Beautylish. Hope you love your new Natasha Denona palette. See you again soon." I actually think this is really cute because it looks very much handwritten, like somebody took the time to write it to me, which I really appreciate. I think that's really cute. So another thing I got in the box was something called Oribe, I believe. It says Gold Lust. It's a shampoo and conditioner set, which is pretty. I think that's kind of cool. It says a small indulgence, and it, of course, not for resale. But anyways, I would like to try this. I think I'm gonna try it, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. So it kind of like you open up the box, and you got this little cute black paper in it. But then you also, your palette is like super secure. So I really love the packaging. I think that's cute. This is actually my very first Natasha Denona palette. I've always been impartial to buying them just because I was like, I really wasn't trying to pay $125 for a palette. That's also what like gets me with even like the Pat McGrath palettes. I would love to buy one, and I'm still trying to talk myself into it, especially like, I don't know if you guys have seen the new Love palette. I think it's called Love, but it's one of the Mothership palettes, and it was, or is it called Rose? I think it's called Rose. But I'll like insert a clip of the picture from Instagram. It's like super pretty, but it's $125 for 10 shades. And I'm not ready for all that yet. So when you get the palette, if you haven't opened it yet, but when you get the palette, it is this, I really love packages that I can do this to. Anyways, but I really love that aspect. Also, you get a whole bunch of shades. So I'm not gonna blind you, so I'm gonna use this box. But you get a whole bunch of like nice little shades in it, which I really like. So let's get to playing with them. So to use the Natasha Denona palette, I'm gonna go ahead and use these 6 brushes from the Profusion, and I'll just let you know the numbers as I go. Also, to help me complete this look, I'm gonna go ahead and use the e.l.f. Brush kit that I got from Burlington. I love the e.l.f. C eyeshadow brush, so I'm gonna take that out of this. That'll be the only brush from this collection I'll be using. So the first brush I'm gonna be using to go ahead and put my crease color in is the large eyeshadow blending brush. It says ES1. You'll see it's kind of dome shaped, And so I'm gonna use that to kind of like fill up the space fast. Right off the bat, I can kind of tell the Natasha Denona palettes are very pigmented. As of right now, I just put Soul into my crease, and the next shade I'm going to be using is Heartbeat. I'm going to go ahead and deepen up my crease. I'm going to be using the Small Firm eyeshadow. It's the number ES4, still using from the Profusion kit. You'll see it's kind of like a little bit more stiffer, like it's a lot stiffer than the one I just used. So as I'm doing it, I just like to kind of like put it into my socket and just rub back and forth and kind of make circular little motions every now and then. I have hooded lids, so I try not to do too much movement in there. I'm gonna be using the same brush I used when I used Soul to kind of blend out this, but I don't want to get it too muddy. So I'm just gonna tap off the excess and just kind of brush it around it to not blow it out, but yeah, to blow it out. I did blur out some of it, so I'm just gonna look down into my mirror and kind of just dabbing a little bit at a time and just adding. That's the thing with eyeshadow, kind of gotta be a little patient. I'm just gonna just dab a little bit into commitment. So Profusion also had come up with some eye sparklers. They kind of put me in the mindset of the Stila kind of eyeshadow sticks. I got the two shades Glitz, and then I also got Sizzle. I think for this tutorial, I'm going to just use Glitz because I'm not sure how this is going to come out, so I don't want to like use a black. So in the box, you'll find something they call the waterproof shadow sticks. This is in the shade Bronze. See that? When you open it, it kind of gives me the mindset of LA Colors. If you ever were like young and bought makeup for the first time before it was like this big thing. But it used to have this brand called LA Colors at like Family Dollars and like Dollar Trees and stuff like that. And this is what this kind of puts me in that mindset of. So I'm gonna put that over my lid and then we'll go to the next step. So I haven't blended out yet, but I did put on my lids. So that's what it looks like. Put some on the back of my hand. That's what it looks like. I think it's cute. It definitely, I can see myself using it again. So it also comes with the sparkling eye topper, which puts me in the mindset of Stilas. So I'm gonna try that on. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the topper and we're gonna see what happens. So to go ahead and apply my foundation while I'm waiting for the topper to dry, I'll be using the Buffer foundation brush in FD1, and here's what it looks like. Right there. What you'll notice is the brush is kind of like a fat brush, but it's not as big as the e.l.f. foundation brushes. If you've ever owned one of their buffing foundation brushes, it's very like round and large, which I really love. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this and apply my foundation. The foundation I've decided to try is the Milani Screen Queen. It says it has a digital blue light filter, which I'm interested to try to see if that's gonna work. When I was at the store, they gave me the shade 430, but looking right now, I think it may be too light, but I'm gonna see what I can do with it. To further prime my face, I'm gonna be using the Fenty Make It Do Refreshing Makeup Spray. I like to use this during applications. It's like a little mist, see? It's like this little mist. And I like to use it while I'm blending out my foundation because I feel like it makes it look a little bit better. Could it be in my mind? I'm not sure, but I really like this spray. And I really love the smell of that spray too. So I'm just gonna be putting the foundation onto my foundation brush and seeing what we can do. I just did 1 to 2 pumps. Put in all the quadrants. So this is what one layer looks like. I feel like you can still pretty much see my imperfections and stuff, so I'm gonna give it one more coat. So that's coat number 2. I think it's very much of a light coverage. I wouldn't say it's a full coverage foundation. I would say it's I want to be cute, but I don't need to, I need you to still see a little piece of my skin. I'm not 100% of a fan of that. But I'm gonna like try it out for a little bit and see what I think. But for right now, I'm not really much of a fan. Just because I'm one of those people, it's all or nothing. Like, I don't do those. So to highlight underneath my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Juvia's Place again, because I don't think I saw anything by Milani. I'm also gonna be using the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This one was way too light for me, but I found together they give me the perfect under eye color. So I tend to put this one on the wing a little bit and I tap it in there a little bit. So I give it like a few seconds to dry a little bit and then I'm gonna blend it. So while I'm waiting on my concealer to kind of like dry just a smidge, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Juvia's Place stick foundation in the shade Cameroon. And I'm just gonna kind of contour. A little bit under my chin, but not too much because trust me, it's not getting rid of anything I ate. Only thing I can do is just exercise. So to blend out my contour, I'm going to be using the angled powder brush. It says PD3. It's like if you can see that, and then kind of got that like, you know. So to do my under eye concealer, I'm going to be using this sponge. I used it earlier today and I think it's a little stained, but it is clean. It is. So I'm also going to go ahead and use my foundation brush to kind of get into some of these areas. To kind of finish up my eyes, I'm going to be using the shade Heartbeat underneath my eyelids. So I'm going to go ahead and set under my eyes with the No Filter Setting Powder by ColourPop. And it's in the shade Banana. I tend to put a little bit in the lid and just do this. To dust off the powder on my face, I'm going to be using the flat tapered powder brush, which I am very impressed with actually. Look how it looks. I love it. It's like I love it. I just really do love it. Kind of reminds me of the Real Techniques. There's a purple brush that they had and it has like this nice little dome and I loved it. So I think that's why I like this one the most. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Commitment and I'm gonna just do the outer corner. Another thing I got was the Lash Out Black Noir. It is the only mascara that they actually have online. So I also like to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Lash Primer, and I like to just use that mostly on my top lashes. I have something different I use on my bottom ones. Well, for my lower lashes, I have one by AOA, which is a Miss A brand, and it's the under lash primer. And I feel like this one works a little bit better at catching all of my smaller ones down here. For my waterline, I'm gonna be using this one by Revlon. It's an old one, like an old pen they had, but I actually really like it. It's from their line of Color Stay. I think it's the only thing that actually does stay in my waterline. Well, at this point, we can use the Lash Out mascara. If you look, the wand is like one of those doleful ones, or not doleful, but it's the one that's like a brush, and not necessarily how my other lash primers worked. But I'm just gonna put that on my lash up top. I'm just gonna roll it like I'd be rolling a flat iron. To line my lips, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Shayla and ColourPop Lippy. This is in BFF3. If you notice, it's pretty dulled out now because I really love this shade, but it is this nice brown color. So I'm just gonna put that on. I like to kind of just like contour my lips instead, and then that's pretty much it. So I also had got these matte creams by Profusion. Looks like there's 6 different shades. 4 of them are supposed to be mattes and the other 2 are supposed to be lip toppers. So I'm gonna try that on. This is in the Barely Nudes. So the color I'm gonna go ahead and put on is Sahara Matte. And I'm gonna top that off with Obsessed Topper. She's pretty matte. I actually like this. I like how small they are, where I don't like how small they are. But I think this is like a good little size. I'm also, like I said, I'm gonna do the topper so you can kind of see it, but this is it without it. And then this is it with it. What I'm going to be using is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar. It was limited edition and it is in the color Holly Goldhead. And I really love this bar, to be quite honest. So to highlight my inner corner, I'm going to be using the flat, precise eyeshadow brush. It's called the ES7. So if you look, it's very flat, and I like that because I feel like it really gets into my inner corner. And pop it in there. I went ahead, I did pop the highlighter in the inner corners of my eyes. The brush set did come with other brushes, which I'll be featuring on other videos. I can do a show and tell about all of them if you're interested in seeing each and every one of them individually. Just let me know down in the comment section and I'll go ahead and do that for you guys. This is gonna be the final look, which I really like. I actually like the topper especially, and the brushes were actually very good quality, I think. The barrels feel very sturdy and it doesn't feel like they're gonna come apart easily. I love these plastic barrels because it seems like you can't get your fingerprints on them, and also they seem easier to clean. Like if you got like foundation on this, you could easily just wipe it and it's gone. Like there wouldn't be like remnants left on the brush.